Angie K is to Lisa Barlow as Heather Gay is to Jen Shaw.
Women.
Having faith in myself is the only religion I need. Hello, I'm Ms. This is my channel, and today I'll be recapping the second episode of the 4th season of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Before we get started, a quick trigger warning. This recap and reaction is to everything we see on screen. That includes kids and religion. You have been warned. If it's on camera, we're going to talk about it. And let's get into the episode, which has the title Vacation Crashers. The description of the episode is pretty brief. Lisa and Meredith meet up to talk about their issues, and Meredith plans a trip to Palm Springs, but snubs one of the ladies. The episode opens with the ladies' taglines. Let's go ahead and rate them. By the way, these are not the biblical quotes that we saw in the premiere episode. Lisa Barlow is first.
I'm on a mission to serve Lisa, and I love that for myself.
That's fun. It's irreverent. It's self-referencing. It's kind of mocking the whole Mormon mission thing, but why should I care? 9 out of 10 snowflakes. My number one girl in the group, Heather Gay, says,
I own a beauty empire, so I don't need any of your lip service.
That's fun too. It's basic. It references her business. 5 out of 10 snowflake. New girl Monica is keeping it simple with,
I keep my friends close, but my secrets closer.
Really though, she just proved that in the opening episode. Her talking heads were gossip central. 3 out of 10 snowflakes. Meredith is wearing the weirdest formal puffer jacket as her line comes through.
In a town full of dirty lies, everyone can use a bath.
Why is everyone lying in Salt Lake City? Nice use of the bath shtick though. 4 out of 10 snowflakes. Angie's sunglasses are amazing, but her tagline is not great.
I may be Greek, but don't expect an olive branch from me.
That's boring. I honestly don't remember how sassy she was last season or anything about her. 2 out of 10 snowflakes. Whitney looks so good in the opening credits, and her tagline is good too.
Having faith in myself is the only religion I need.
It's not cutting edge or super witty, but the secular humanist in me, I appreciate the proliferation of atheistic ideas. 8 out of 10 snowflakes. I'm so sad that we didn't get a Mary intro. Maybe later this season. I am still shocked that she was asked to come back and do the show after the whole cult expose thing. And she didn't show up at the last reunion. That's an unforgivable sin in the Bravo universe. She's also been really vicious with the other women. I'm delighted and baffled by her presence.
I'm excited to be here.
We begin the episode at a public park with Meredith Marks dressed in neon blue foil space pants and a Cookie Monster jacket. Lisa Barlow is dressed like a normal person in yoga pants and a puffer. Meredith brought Lisa a coffee, and Lisa immediately comments on Meredith's bizarre outfit. Meredith acts like she's dressed normally, and they go for a walk. They blah, blah, blah about their kids, but in their talking heads, they're just griping about the other one and expressing general disinterest. The topic of Lisa's son's mission comes up, and she continues to act like it's some amazing act of altruism instead of participating in a global conspiracy to take over less fortunate countries using colonialism. These kids literally fly around the world to harass people, door to door, about loving the Lord. The Church of Latter-day Saints is a real freak show, and I'm sure they're not going to acknowledge that on the show, so I will hear for my own peace of mind. Meredith wants to make amends and flaps around in her Muppet suit, droning on and on while we get flashbacks of her and Lisa yelling at each other, and Lisa's hot mic moment.
Piece of garbage whore. I hate her. She's a whore. She's half of New York.
They have not been a safe space for each other, and the proof is flashing across our screen. They both want change and want to move past the dark place that their friendship has been in. Lisa only trusts
Anyone that signed an NDA.
but she's going to graciously put her blinders on and move forward. Apologies are given and accepted. Now we're at some hot springs with Whitney and Heather. Did Whitney downsize her implants? They were big, then they were huge, and now they're reasonable. They look really good. Whitney expresses the shock that everyone everyone had at seeing Mary at Heather's party. Heather was shocked to see Angie K there. Speaking of Angie K, we get a flashback of her and Heather in high school, and Angie looks like a totally different person. Totally different. Not even a whisper of the same person. Just observing, Heather looks exactly the same. Heather gets kind of vicious here, and she says that Angie K peaked in high school.
It's offensive.
She judges Angie K's friendship with Jen Shaw, which is kind of hypocritical, and also judges her for kissing Lisa's ass. This is so funny to me because Angie K is to Lisa Barlow as Heather Gay is to Jen Shaw. Give Angie some grace, Heather. But Heather quickly reminds me why she's my favorite and calls out Lisa, the Mormon Church, and the racket that organized religion and missions are. Thank you, Heather. Whitney's reluctance to have an opinion on Mormon missions seems a bit at odds with her tagline this season. She needs a bit more faith in declaring her lack of it. Now it's an evening with Seth and Meredith, a couple madly in love. Seth is tipsy maybe and is trying to give Meredith some wine in a shot glass. It's weird. Their podcast is weird. I don't even understand what the podcast is about. Seth wants Meredith to pick his nose. Meredith wants to talk about the trip she'd like to plan to Palm Springs. Seth is tipsy for sure, and he is really trying to actively listen. He is nodding and making eye contact and affirmative sounds, but nobody is home. She is just droning on and on and on, and then suddenly we are at Angie's house for the first time. She is being as extra as possible. She wants us to know that she's a very dedicated mother. Her husband's pretty hot. They rehash her social circumstances with the other women. She's besties with Lisa Barlow, and she'd like to be closer with Heather. Moving on to Monica's house, we get to meet her mother. We also meet her Nana, who does not like it loud.
No, I don't like too loud. Talk nice and soft.
Monica's family converted to Mormonism when Monica was 5, and suffice it to say she has a complicated relationship with the Church of Latter-day Saints today. We learn a little bit about her baby blanket business, and she asks her mom to watch the kids so she can join the other ladies in Palm Springs. Her mom kind of waffles, so I guess it's gonna fall on the oldest daughter. Where's the dad? Why can't he watch his own children? Where is the dad? Monica confesses to her mother that she spent too much money at the Louis Vuitton store purchasing a purse that she couldn't afford because she was worried about looking fancy in front of the housewives. And she's really worried that they're going to make fun of her house. Why would she want to be friends with people that would want to make fun of her? I mean, and they shouldn't. Unless she has a white refrigerator, that's the one exception. Whitney and her husband, who I'm sure is a very nice man, but he reminds me of PK, and I can't remember his name. They meet up with Angie K and her husband, the hairdresser. They all compare necklaces and are affected by the communication crystals. Angie K's family utilizes a family bed and co-sleeps with their 12-year-old daughter. All three of them every night, same bed. Whatever works, I guess. Meredith is excluding Angie from the trip, and Whitney is sidestepping that. Snubbing a fellow housewife for a cast trip is a pretty low blow. It's essentially denying them a paycheck. One of the things that I personally like about Salt Lake City is how they pander to the camera, but I don't like it when ladies go out of their way to sabotage a paycheck. So just observing your behavior, Meredith. Next, we're with Heather again, and she is going shopping with Monica. Monica is worried about keeping up with the ladies, and Heather does absolutely nothing to abate her anxiety except offer to help her pack. And before they unpack how they are connected, Heather spends a little bit of time bashing Angie. She can't get over the Barbie scissor kick comment. To be fair though, Heather, you were the one that was being so mysterious with the cause of this black eye. Speculation was reasonable. Heather and Monica bond over Mormon underwear. I'm fast forwarding through Meredith packing with her weird kids. They're annoying. Yes, we're at Mary's.
Somebody rescue me quick.
She is on the phone with the Trixie Motel inquiring about their wine list. Her son is there. He is not wearing a wedding ring or making eye contact. Is he on drugs? Was he on drugs? Lisa is packing with her husband. She is wearing clown pants, like Cirque du Soleil jester pants. Like French circus clown pants. And then we are off. Salt Lake City International Airport. Mary is the first to show up. Meredith is second. Monica and Heather follow. Monica shows off her new purse and loosely offers to share her Xanax with everyone. Lisa is last, and all of the girls wonder where Whitney is before heading off to board their plane for Palm Springs. And that's because Whitney and Angie K are already at the Trixie Motel. And Trixie has the best cameo. She looks stunning. They are excited that Angie is crashing the cast trip. Lisa loses a $60,000 ring in the bathroom of the Palm Springs airport.
My ring, it is totally gone.
Heather is a saint and gets sneaky B-roll on her phone from the bathroom in an adjacent stall.
I hid it out in the bathroom because Lisa's got completely unhinged. She came out with her pants off.
Lisa is devastated.
I can't even believe this just happened to me.
Monica stuck her hand in the tampon box to look for the ring. Meredith looked on the dirty bathroom floor. Mary doesn't think it's worth $60,000.
I don't think that ring was worth that. First off, I don't think it's worth $60,000.
Monica is uncomfortable with all this talk about an expensive item.
It's 60 G's. It's my big one, the big emerald cut one.
She's kind of mocking the situation and dismissing Lisa's feelings, and it's not really a good look, in my humble opinion. Whitney and Angie K steal the largest room at the Trixie Motel. Meanwhile, back on the Sprinter van, the girls are wondering where Whitney could be. Angie K can't wait to see the look on Meredith's face when she sees her. Angie does not seem aware that Heather doesn't like her, and she comes across as sincerely liking Heather, and it makes her very sympathetic. Our Lady of Hospital smell, Mary, is regretting coming on this trip. She is miserable. The ladies arrive at the Trixie Motel. They're confused by the touch keypad to get inside the property, and it slows them down. Once they finally make it inside the episode, personally, I'm looking forward to Angie K crashing this trip, and I hope that she can get into cahoots with Heather, perhaps even scissor. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your eyeballs on my channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and have a great rest of your day.
Each before beauty coat cheese.